Hello students, hope all of you are fine. So dear children, we are continuing with the lesson chemical coordination and integration. In this part we are going to discuss about the parathyroid gland. So dear children, parathyroid gland develops from the endoderm of the embryo. Okay, the parathyroid gland consists of four special glands. They are located on the posterior surface of the lobes of the thyroid gland. The cells of parathyroid glands are arranged in a compact mass and they are of two types: the small chief cells or the principal cells and large oxyphil cells or eosinophil cells. The cells are enclosed by a delicate connective tissue called the capsule. The chief cells are much more numerous than the oxyphil cells. That means the chief cells, they are more in number as compared to the oxyphil cells. The later are absent in young. Okay, that means oxyphils, they are absent in young and appear a little before the age of puberty. Okay, now the chief cells of parathyroid gland, it secretes a hormone called parathyroid hormone, okay, or called the PTH, or it is also known as parath hormone, or another name of parathyroid hormone is Colles hormone, okay, after the name of its discoverer. Okay, so parathyroid gland was discovered by Colles and after him the name is given Colles hormone. These hormones regulate the calcium and phosphate balance between the blood and other tissue. Now, parathyroid hormone inhibits collagen synthesis by the osteoblast. Okay, it does not allow the synthesis of the collagen. Okay, in the osteoblast, that is in the bone, reabsorption of osteoclast. It mobilizes the release of calcium into the blood from the bone. That means the release of the calcium from the bone is initiated. The parathyroid hormone increase calcium absorption from the intestine. The increase calcium reabsorption from the nephron and inhibit the phosphate reabsorption of the kidney. Okay, that means the parathyroid hormone increases the calcium reabsorption from the nephrons, okay, and it inhibits the phosphate reabsorption of the kidney. Now these we can say that parath hormone regulates the metabolism calcium and the phosphate. Parathyroid are under the feedback control of blood chemical calcium label. Okay, that means parathyroid is under the feedback control. That means there is a feedback mechanism, as we have discussed that if the amount of in 10th class you might have discussed, if the amount of glycogen increases or glucagon increase, then the amount of the glucose or the sugar increase in the blood. As soon as the increase in the sugar is there in the blood, there will be inhibition of release of the glucagon from the pancreas and the release of the insulin will be there. So that will be the feedback mechanism. Okay, so here also parathyroid hormone, it also work on the feedback control. Okay, a fall in blood calcium stimulate them to secrete parath hormone. A rise in blood calcium inhibit the parath hormone secretion from them. Thus parathyroid hormone or parath hormone has an effect that opposes the effect of calcitonin. We discussed earlier that calcitonin, it decreases the level of the calcium in the blood. Okay, and it inhibits the release of calcium from the bone. Okay, and on the other hand, parathyroid hormone, it initiate the release of calcium ion from the bone into the blood. The function of oxyphil cells are unknown. Okay, now parathyroid disorders we can discuss. Parathyroid uh, gland, okay, it lead to production of parathyroid hormone. So hypoparathyroidism is one of the condition, and that is also called the deficiency disorder or deficiency of the parathyroid hormone. Okay, hypothyroidism. Now hypoparathyroidism, okay, it causes the lowering of blood calcium level. This increase the excitability of the nerves and muscles, and it cause cramps and convulsions. Sustained contraction of the muscles of the larynx, face, hand and feet are produced. This disorder is also called parathyroid tetany or hypocalcemic tetany. Okay, now next we have is hyperparathyroidism, that is excess production of parathyroid hormone. Excess of the parathyroid hormone draws more calcium from the bone. It causes demineralization, and it results in the softening and bending of the bones. So if excess of parathyroid hormone is released, there will be too much release of the calcium and phosphate from the bone, and the bones become weak and they bend. Okay, they get bent. This condition lead to osteitis fibrosa cystica or osteoporosis. Okay, now because bones become deformed, they are easily fractured. Okay, weak bone they can